What's up guys, welcome to another FL Studio tutorial with Manifxt sound, and today we're going to be discussing and talking about how to set a sample to our project tempo. So what does this imply? It implies that probably you're working in a BPM of 120, 130, and then you have a sample of 98 BPM. How do you align it and make it synchronize with your project? So without wasting much of your time, let's dive right into what we have for today. Alright, so we are going to be using sounds from the SAS from the other side sample pack from Splice, and then we are going to get started with our drum loops. There are actually 3 ways you can go about it, and then I'm going to be going over them one after the other. So first of all, let's listen to a drum loop sample. Alright, so we're gonna drag it in. So as you guys can see, the BPM for this drum loop is 108, and then our project tempo is 120. So how do we go about it? So first of all, I'm going to cover the first process, which is like a very manual process of going about it. So the first process is actually by holding Alt key down and then dragging the loop and making sure it's locked to the grid. So as you guys can see, it's in sync with our project tempo now, just by holding Alt and then dragging it. Alright, so guys, that's the first method. We are going to go over the second method shortly. So we're going to pick another drum loop. Alright, so we can pick this one. But as you guys can see, the BPM is 118. Yeah, so how do we go about it? How do we make it to sync with our project tempo? Because when we play it like this, it's not in sync with our project. It's not even aligning with our metronome. So how do we go about it? So going over the second method, what you want to do is double click this loop, then come to mode, and then change it to stretch. Yeah, then after doing that, you want to come back to this loop and then click this wave icon and then select fit to tempo. But this time you're not going to select any tempo. What you are going to do is just come to type in BPM and then put the original tempo for the loop, and in this case it is 118. As you guys can see, an adjustment was made to it. So when we preview it now and listen, alright, so guys, that's it for the second method. For this third method, which is the last method, I'm going to be using a melody sample, and we're gonna pick one from these SAS melodies. Alright, so we are going to pick this melody sample. But as you guys can see, the initial BPM is 105 and our project tempo is just 120. So similar to the second method that I told you guys about, you're going to also double click and then come over to this place and also choose stretch. But meanwhile, you want to also make sure that the stretch is enabled in your playlist, and then you now come to this wave icon, then select fit to tempo. But this time around, we're not going to type in the BPM. we're going to choose a BPM that is closer to our melody loop. So in this case, we can use 75 to 150. Yeah, so let's preview it and see what we have. Alright, so as you guys can see, what we had initially was 105 BPM, and we were able to like change it to 120. Alright, so guys, a quick recap from where we started. So we add this drum loop first, and then I told you guys that to make it sync with your tempo, your project tempo, you had to like press Hold Alt and then drag it and make sure it's locked to the grid. And you guys can see that after using that process, it was synchronized with our project tempo, which is this. And then secondly, guys, I also showed you another method, which is the second method, and we use this sample. And I told you guys that you double click and then come to the mode settings and change it to stretch. Then after doing that, you also want to come to this wave icon and set fit tempo, and then you select type in BPM, and then after you type in the BPM of the loop, your loop gets stretched to the project tempo. And we got this after using this process. And then lastly, which was the last process, which I showed you guys now, you also double click on the sample and then change the mode settings to stretch. But this time, when you come to the wave icon and you select fit to tempo, you choose a tempo that is related to the tempo of your loop. In this case, we used a Kiss melody sample from the SAS sample pack, and we had to select 75 to 150 because it was close in value, in tempo value of our melody loop, and we got this after doing that. Alright, so guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video and you find value in it, kindly click that subscribe button and turn on notification. Don't also forget to like and comment, and also share with friends, as it helps the YouTube algorithm to like recommend the video to other people that might be needing this solution for their workflow. Thank you guys. See you soon in the next video. Peace out.